Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. It's Monday, September 1st, and today is Labor Day, but be mindful of the current burn ban in Nueces County as you go out. After several recent fires in the area, county officials implemented a county-wide burn ban for all unincorporated areas. Corpus Christi Fire Assistant Chief Tony Pettis explains to KRIS 6 News why the ban was brought back last month.
Conditions are dry. It's very easy for a fire to spread quickly, and sometimes it can happen so fast that we don't have the resources in place right in that moment. We want to try to avoid that, so we're asking for everybody's help with this.
City and county officials said the burn ban will stay in place for 90 days or until conditions improve. Violating the ban could mean getting a ticket or a fine of up to $500. In downtown Corpus Christi, attorneys for the developers behind the under-construction Homewood Suites are questioning a rival lawsuit. The legal dispute stems from claims that the project's developers altered a FEMA document and that Corpus Christi City Council did not follow proper procedures when approving a $2 million grant for the project. Elevate, the developers, are now asking a court to throw out the lawsuit. The case was originally set for trial this past January, but Homewood Suites attorney Jeff Lehrman believes it won't go before a jury until later this year. An attorney with Elevate told KIII News that the lawsuit is not against the Homewood Suites developers, but rather the City of Corpus Christi. Once the hotel is completed, the city will make payments on the $2 million grant over a 5-year period, as long as the developers meet the requirements outlined in the contract. A new month as we enter September means new laws in the state of Texas. Today, more than 800 state laws go into effect, and one state law is giving city leaders the authority to temporarily close down highways. House Bill 5246 goes into effect today. With that, Cameron County officials will no longer decide whether to close down State Highway 4. Instead, the new law is now giving StarBase city officials the authority to shut down the highway during rocket launches. State Highway 4 is the only way to get to Boca Chica Beach. Last week, the Victoria ISD Board of Trustees approved a $159 million budget and adopted a total tax rate of 8.035 cents per $100 of taxable value for the 2025-26 school year. This is the same tax rate that was adopted for 2024-25. District officials said it is the lowest combined tax rate in more than 3 decades. The no new revenue tax rate is 7.518 cents per $100 of taxable value. The adopted rate is the maximum amount the district can levy without requiring voter approval. The budget was approved in 3 parts, most of that going to maintenance and operations. The budget was also approved for child nutrition, interest, and sinking. The tax rate is split between maintenance and operations at 6.96 cents and interest and sinking at 1.066. And over the weekend, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley made history as its football team took the field nearly 3 years after the team was first announced. Spencer Chioc was there to cover the action.
With a final score of 66-0, the UTRGV Vaqueros arguably played the best game of football in the country on Saturday against the Division II Sul Ross State Lobos at Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium in Edinburgh. Starting quarterback, redshirt senior, and Mission native Eddie Lee Marburger recorded 5 touchdowns and 365 yards in the first half. 126 of those yards were caught by wide receiver, redshirt sophomore Xavion Noland, who recorded the first touchdown in Vaqueros history on a 50-yard reception in the first quarter. Before Nolan made history, he was a high school student coached by now Vaqueros head coach Travis Bush, who spoke about the moment.
It was cool, some of those 2 deep passes just remind me of visions back in New Orleans Candy, and just a guy you want to get the ball to, and we're able to spread the ball around. A lot of guys touch the ball today, and that's kind of what we talk about, being balanced offensively. We want to spread the ball around. We rushed well, obviously threw the ball well, but definitely proud of him.
The respect is mutual for Noland.
Ever since I first met Coach Bush, he's always been there for me. He's such a great leader of men. He knows what he's talking about. He's in the office day in, day out, day and night. He's just a great role model. And so being with him coming out of high school and then coming here, it's really a blessing. He's helped so many people out in his life, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
After a game like Saturday, Bush spoke about the importance of both enjoying the victory but getting ready for the next one.
These guys are coming in tomorrow. We've got to watch this, put this behind us. That was going back to our time at UTSA. We did the same thing. You talked so long for this first game and played a dang near perfect game, and then in a different group that was a young group, it was hard for them to come back and get ready. And D3 McMurray came into our place and beat us, And so definitely we've been talking about that. We've got maturity. We've got some older guys. But, again, the focus now, hey, we're going to enjoy the heck out of it tonight. We're going to come in. We're going to learn from the good, learn from the bad tomorrow on film, flush this out of them in the weight room, and then they get the day off Monday, and then we're back to work Tuesday.
The Vaqueros will be on the road for the first time on Saturday to play the 1-0 Prairie View A&M Panthers at Blackshear Field. Kickoff is scheduled for 6. For KEDT News, I'm Spencer Chihawk.
Last week, a Corpus Christi Republican announced he is jumping into the primary for Texas's 34th congressional district. Fred Hinojosa said in a campaign announcement that he has spent more than a decade helping elect Corpus Christi, Coastal Bend, and Rio Grande Valley conservatives. He said his brother Adam Hinojosa, who represents Texas Senate District 27, was the first Republican to represent the valley since the Reconstruction era. Hinojosa graduated from the Del Mar Regional Police Academy, which helped shape his involvement in Republican politics. Corpus Christi City Council meets tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. at City Hall. The agenda includes the public hearing and first reading ordinance for both the city's operating and capital budgets for fiscal year 2025-26. The full meeting agenda as well as public comment session signups are available at corpuschristitx.gov. Across the region, cotton harvesting season is beginning to wind down as the Edcott Co-op Gen in Odom has been busy. KRAS 6 News reports that modules of cotton are spread out across the facility with different colors representing various farms from the region. Farmers across the area initially had low expectations for this year's yield, but crucial rainfall this past spring changed that and provided farmers a chance to salvage their season. Before cotton can generate revenue, it must undergo processing at facilities like Edcott. About 80 cotton growers send their modules to this cooperative facility, according to KRAS 6 News. The packaged cotton bales will be sent to Gulf Compress in Corpus Christi, where it will be stored until it's ordered for delivery. The City of Corpus Christi agreed to create a drainage system on Caribbean Drive near Flower Bluff Drive to move any extra water away from the area and toward Oso Bay. The initial issue was presented to KRAS 6 News by one of the area's residents. At the time, Corpus Christi's Public Works Department said crews were working to move water off Caribbean Drive. About 2 months later, the area now features a new road and culverts. City officials said the work on the drainage system should start in the next 30 days and be completed 45 days after it begins. In state news, last week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott approved a new congressional map that could help Republicans gain up to 5 additional seats in the House next year. The Texas Newsroom's Lucio Vasquez reports.
Abbott signed the bill into state law, approving a map designed to favor Republicans at President Trump's request. The redrawn districts could flip several seats from Democratic to GOP control in the 2026 midterms. The measure passed along party lines after Democrats fled the state in protest, returning only after California lawmakers pledged to pass their own map to offset Republican gains. Critics say the new map dilutes the voting power of minority communities in major Texas cities. Federal lawsuits have already been filed. I'm Lucio Vasquez in Houston.
A federal judge has dismissed a lawsuit filed by Southwest Airlines against San Antonio. Texas Public Radio's Jerry Clayton has more.
The year-long feud erupted over planned gate assignments at San Antonio International Airport. Southwest alleged that airport officials plan to keep them out of a new terminal that's under construction. Southwest claimed airport manager Jesus Sainz promised that the airline would be able to operate out of the new terminal. They're currently paying millions in extra fees without signing a new lease contract. Although the judgment is a win for the city, it's still unknown how it will affect the city's relationship with Southwest moving forward. The new Terminal C is part of a multi-billion-dollar airport expansion at the airport. Terminal C is expected to open in 2028. I'm Jerry Clayton in San Antonio.
And today is not only just Labor Day, but it's also the start of dove hunting season. Texas Public Radio has more details.
Texas Parks and Wildlife reports the mourning dove population has climbed to near record highs this year, while white-winged dove populations remain healthy despite a slight dip from last year. The North and Central zones are open now. The South zone opens on September 14th. License fees paid by hunters go towards TPWD projects such as fish stocking, wildlife management, habitat restoration, public hunting leases, river access sites, and Texas game wardens. Dove hunting creates around $500 million per year in economic activity in the state. I'm Jerry Clayton in San Antonio.
And in sports, the Tulsa Drillers handed the Corpus Christi Hooks a 2-1 loss yesterday in an 11-inning showdown. Corpus Christi was limited to one hit, a first-inning double by Wes Clark. The Hooks have dropped 4 in a row with 3 games decided by 1 or 2 runs. Jackson Neza held the Drillers to 1 run on 3 hits and 2 walks over 5 frames. Joey Mancini backed Neza by blanking Tulsa from the 6th through the 9th. Wilmy Sanchez absorbed the loss for the Hooks. And tomorrow on South Texas Midday, Civic Threads takes a look at some taxing terminology with City of Corpus Christi Finance and Procurement Director Sergio Villasana Jr. We'll have more for you at noon tomorrow, but for now, that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.